The Cayo Perico Heist is the #1 best money method in the entire game, but which approach vehicle is actually better, the Longfin or Kosatka approach? In order to know that, we first have to compare both setup missions, starting with the Kosatka approach. You will see that you have to go towards Merryweather test site, which is at a different location every single time. That's why you should go towards this seat, where you will then be able to fast travel towards the closest location, where in my case it is at Mount Gordo. You will see a short cutscene playing where your submarine will travel towards that place, and when you eventually are over there, don't leave your Kosatka yet, because you can actually drive with this thing. The fastest way to go towards that place is by simply staying inside of your submarine and then driving towards that place, because this is especially going to make it a lot quicker when you want to exit this place and enter at the same time. The reason for this is if we're using our Sparrow and are going to land on this place, it's going to take a long time in order to get back towards our submarine after we've collected the sonar jammer. Because when you are at this place, you need to go underwater and you will see that there is another submarine that we're going to enter. The thing that you want to do is just go barely above it and stop when you're around this point so you can easily exit this place. The reason why you want to stop around this area is because when we exit this place now, we want to run towards the back, which is all the way towards this side where you normally would store your Sparrow. But we're not going on this side, we're actually going down towards this place where you will be able to exit from the bottom of the submarine from this location. And now you can swim towards this yellow marked area where no enemies will be shooting at you at all, so you're completely safe to go towards this location. And now when you are at this place, I recommend taking out a shotgun, as you will need to take down some enemies which are pretty close to you. And now when you're inside of this place, we need to locate the sonar jammer, which is this box that we need to look for, which can be spawned at a total of 3 locations. The very first location is right over here, where in my case it didn't spawn. And if you also don't have it, take the exact same route that I'm taking right now, because right at this place there will be 2 guards that you need to take down. Both of these guards are on the left side, and now you will be able to check the second spot for the sonar jammer, which is all the way on top of this box. Unfortunately for me, it wasn't at this location either, so it is guaranteed at the 3rd spot, where you want to go up the stairs and take down these 2 guards, where you will also see a chef. And then on the left side there is one more guard that you need to take down, because now you will be able to go up the stairs into the main room where we would normally start the preps for the Cayo Perico heist. And inside of this place there are 2 guards that you need to take down, and as you can see right on this table, I can collect the sonar jammer and now leave this place the quickest way possible. If you are in first person mode, you do go quicker up and down the stairs. This works in the entire game around, so make sure to keep that in mind. And now all you need to do is simply go towards the yellow mark area which is on your map. This is at the exact start where we came here from, and now you will see that you will be spawning right outside of the submarine, where your submarine is right above you. All you need to do is swim towards the left side so you're able to enter it from the bottom. And as you can see right now, the heist prep has been completed, and if I run back towards my prep screen right now, where I will be able to start the final heist, the Kosatka approach actually took me a total of 4 minutes and 12 seconds, where you do have to remind yourself that I got the worst possible location as well, as it didn't spawn in the first 2 locations. So if you are a bit more lucky, you can do this in an even quicker time. But now that we know the Kosatka approach, is the Longfin approach actually faster? For that, I've already parked my submarine at the Vespucci beach, where you normally would launch most of these missions at. And in my case, I have to go towards the Finewood police station, where I will take my Sparrow and head over towards that place. Once you eventually arrive at this place, simply get out of your Sparrow, and the thing what you want to do is we want to find a truck cab. But because the fastest way to do this setup is by owning the Phantom Wedge, I will call this in from my interaction menu, so I don't have to travel all the way towards the other locations. And while we are waiting for this vehicle to spawn, you can already open up your map and mark this exact location, because this is the place we have to go towards every single time. And now you will see that the Phantom Wedge has spawned in. All we need to do now is simply back up and take the Longfin, but don't make this too slow because there will be cops right around this area. Simply back up quickly enough so you can take the Longfin and immediately leave. You can also choose which your character to dock to make the survival rate a bit higher. And now the only thing that is left to do is simply follow the marked location on your map. And when you are close towards this place, you want to go towards this left side where you will be able to break this fence. And now you want to go towards the left side where you can go through this door. But in my case, as you can see, I haven't lost the cops right now. Simply park around this yellow place and exit your Phantom Wedge, because you want to run a bit forward and take whatever explosive you have to explode yourself. And now you will respawn outside of this place where you can immediately run back towards your truck cab. And now when you enter it again, you will see that the mission is automatically completed, and you will drive inside of this place where you can then immediately join a new session where if you already have your spawn location set at your Kosatka, you will be spawned right inside of this place. And now the only thing that's left to do is go up the stairs towards your planning screen, and you've completed the Longfin setup. The Kosatka approach took me a total of 4 minutes and 12 seconds, but the Longfin approach actually took me 4 minutes and 49 seconds, which is a total of 30 seconds difference. So the clear winner for the setup mission is the Kosatka approach, as you're able to do this really quickly. But does that actually mean that the Kosatka approach is better? In order to determine this, we need to compare the Longfin and Kosatka approach in the final heist and check which one is actually faster. For both of these approaches, I will show you the fastest route how you can get the elite challenge, get a full loot back, collect the safe for extra cash, and do this completely as a solo player. For the Kosatka approach, by far the best settings you can choose in order to go the fastest towards the compound is choosing these settings. And now at the start, all you simply have to do is cut the gate open, swim up, and the best route I recommend taking is by immediately going backwards and into first person mode, because if you have the aggressor loadout, you can easily take down the guards that are on the right side, which are a total of 2 guards. Simply take them down over here since they can drop you the gate keys. This guard on the left side can also give you the gate keys, but just run past him, because if you go up this stairs, there is one more guard that can drop you the gate keys. In my case, he didn't give it to me, so simply keep running up the stairs. Remember, in first person mode you run a lot quicker, and in order to take down this guard really easily, simply wait for him to come down, and in my case he actually gave me the gate keys where we will be able to go downstairs and complete this the fastest way possible. The reason we're going up this place is because we can collect the safe, which will give you between $20,000 and $99,000, where I ended up getting $25,000. And now when you're at the bottom of the stairs, go towards the right side, be careful for the guard that is walking left and right, and jump towards the left direction, because over here we want to open this gate key, since we only need to do the fingerprint hack at this place for just a single hack. Instead, if we would be doing this up in the office, we will have to do a total of 3 hacks, which takes you a way longer time. And now when you've matched up the correct fingerprint clone, simply run straight towards the right side where you will be able to collect the primary target. In my case, I ended up getting tequila, which is the worst possible loot that you can get. But if you want to collect this the fastest way also, simply go towards this place and you want to overheat it when it is right around the end, and then release it until it is right back at the start, and repeat this a total of 4 times, where you will then cut through the glass the fastest way possible and collect whatever primary target that is inside of this place, where the best possible loot that you can get is tequila. And now when you've got it, take a left turn and go towards the right side where we just entered this place from, and you want to actually look towards this wall and press your jump button, so you will be able to jump over this place to skip a possibility of getting detected, and press the button to escape this. And now when the cutscene has ended, our loot bags are actually not full yet, but we are going to fill this up at the main dock. In order to do that, we first have to take down this guard, where we can then take his bike, and if we go straight ahead, there is one guard on a car that we want to take down on this place, because if we don't do this, he will detect the dead bodies that are on the ground and alert everyone that is outside of this place. And now at this point, there are 2 more guards that you want to take down, which are at this place. Simply take them down. The guard on the right side you can honestly skip completely, but you can also decide to take him down. And then on the left side there is a camera that you want to take down, where we can now go towards the main dock and collect the secondary loot. Be careful though when you're driving towards that place, and stay on the right side of the hill, because when you are doing this, you will be able to avoid all the bushes at this place so you don't fall off, and also get towards this place where you will see this opening, where we can now take down this guard and right after him the security camera, in order to collect the very first loot, which in my case is the white stuff. When collecting this will fill up half of my loot bag, which is the best possible loot that you can get as a solo player. And now once you've done that, get back on your bike, take down this guard if the helicopter isn't close to you, otherwise you need to wait for the helicopter to fly past it. And now take down this guard as well, where you will be able to collect the secondary loot, where in my case I actually ended up getting another stack of the white stuff, which will fill up my loot bag perfectly. And now the only thing that's left to do is escape Cayo Perico without dying. There is one final guard that you need to take down, which is at this place, and now we can take one of the boats that is spawned in this this area. If we do get spotted at this place, it doesn't matter since we will still complete the elite challenge and we will be able to escape this place without taking any damage, since the only thing that's left to do is simply drive forward until the text on the bottom says that Escape Cayo Perico has disappeared, where as you can see right now, the heist got passed and I ended up completing this in 7 minutes and 30 seconds, which is a pretty fast time. But now we need to compare this to the Longfin, because is the Longfin actually shorter than this, or will it take even a longer time? For the Longfin approach, I chose the airstrip since I had some good loot at that spot, and choose these settings for the other options. Now when you start with the Longfin approach, the very first thing that you want to do is immediately take a left turn at this place, so you go between these rocks and then just keep going straight forward, because with the Kosatka approach we actually got the secondary loot at the end, but with the Longfin approach we will be able to take the secondary loot immediately and then leave after we've collected the primary target. Now simply keep running straight forward at this place, take out your pistol as we have the same loadout, which is the aggressor loadout, where you will have this automatic pistol and can take down this guard. Inside of this hangar we actually have 2 spots where you can get loot, which is down at this place or above where you can use the forklift and the box in order to get that. Since in my case I have 2 stacks of cash on the top, I will skip this as this will take a pretty long time to collect and won't fill up our loot bags that much. I will take the green stuff at the bottom, which fills it up by 1/3, but luckily there is another spot where we can also go. In order to go towards that place we only need to take down this guard, which is at the end, because if you don't do that he can sometimes hear you when you're opening the gate, so take him down with the camera as well, so there's no way of getting spotted. And now climb up this place and on top of the building, because on the right side there is a guard that we want to take down, where there is also a camera on the left side, which is the last thing that we're going to take down at this place. Now on the left side I got the white stuff as well, which I can immediately collect, but this will fill up my loot bag almost completely. Luckily there's some cash on the right side which I can take, where my loot bags are now completely filled up. The only thing that's left to do now is simply go back towards my Longfin and now take the exact same route that I'm taking right now, where we will be heading towards the El Rubio's compound, where on the bottom we have to do the same thing at the Kosatka approach, which is cutting this gate open in order to get inside of the compound. Now at this place we're basically going to take the exact same route that we took at the Kosatka approach, so we make this comparison as fair as possible. Here's the full route sped up in case you want to see that. Now after we've collected the primary target, we can leave this place the exact same way, where we're going to jump up this wall again, so we can avoid all of the other guards and escape the compound, where when this cutscene has actually finished playing, we are going to take a different exit route, because now our loot bags are completely filled up, so we don't need to go towards the main dock. We can immediately leave this place by simply killing this guard, then get on his bike, and now we don't need to take down the guard that is in his car, because we are straight away going to leave this place. We will still end up completing the elite challenge. Now by far the fastest way to leave this place is by driving towards this location and then pop a wheelie right at the end, so you launch yourself as far away as you possibly can. And now when you land in the water, in order to avoid taking damage so your take doesn't lower, land right on your wheels, and now you can swim towards these 3 bombs which are lined up in a triangle, and you will see that the text on the bottom has disappeared, where we've completed the Longfin approach the fastest way possible, where we've got just below $1 million. But what was the time that we completed this in? As you can see, the time we did this heist in was in 8 minutes and 3 seconds, which is indeed still a pretty fast time, but compared to the Kosatka approach, we did it in 7 minutes and 30 seconds, so there's more than a 30-second difference between completing the final heist. The Kosatka is by far the fastest way to complete the Cayo Perico setups and the final heist, which we've seen in this comparison, but that doesn't actually mean that the Longfin is bad, because the Longfin setup is actually pretty useful if you're doing the heist with multiple people. The reason for this is if you want to get as much loot as you possibly can, the best thing to do is first go towards the airstrip with your Longfin and collect all of the best loot that is right over there. Then you can collect the loot that is inside of the compound with your entire team. And if you guys are still not full after that, you can go towards the main dock, where you will then for sure be full after that. But now that you know the fastest way to complete the Longfin setup as well as the Kosatka setup, what is actually the fastest way to complete all of these setup missions as well? In order to answer that, I've made a guide exactly in this video where I show you how you can complete all of these setups the fastest way possible as a solo player.